Nowadays, we are importing apples and sometimes the foreign foods which are available, grapes and some other fruits, those who are not preparing here, I mean, cultivating here or not harvesting from this land. So which fruits you would like to give advantage, local or those foreign fruits?
See, this is very important question. First of all, the fruits is very good for our health because it contains a lot of fibers, it contains a lot of minerals, it contains a lot of vitamins, phytochemicals, and antioxidants. So you eat a lot of fruits, but you have to remember certain things. You have to eat fruits in a natural form, in the sense, if you took out the fruit juice, then you will remove the fibers. Okay, so this is not good for your health. For example, the beta carotene in a carrot is very essential for our body. It is also anti-cancer. But if you remove the beta carotene from carrot, produce the capsule, give it to the patient, it causes cancer. The study was done that, hey, beta carotene is good. They took out the beta carotene, give in the form of capsule to the patients, and they developed lung cancer. So it is not a component in that particular food which is good. The whole system in that particular food is very important, because that food has fibers, it has a sugar, it is a complex sugar, it has a vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals. So you have to eat fruits, not fruit juice. This is very important thing. Second thing, you have to eat the seasonal fruits. Okay, for example, seasonal fruits are there. It is the farmer took out from their farm and they come in the market and they are very fresh. So try to eat these things. Now, what happens if you eat unseasonal fruits which are stored with the help of chemicals? So this is, I think there is a problem with the stored food. So I would tell you, eat whatever food which is available in your local markets, which is grown in your country, which is freshly prepared in that particular season. You have to eat it and wash it, because it contains a lot of chemicals, a lot of insecticide and all. So remove that, because it may cause cancer. If you eat a lot of fruits with that powders, it would be bad. So clean it properly and eat whole fruits which is prepared at your neighboring markets. That's
okay. Very much agree with you, sir, because when we collect fruits from the local farmers, then it is fresh and chemical free, hazard free. And while we purchase it from a fruit store, even while it comes from Sweden, it comes from Australia, it comes from any Nordic countries. So while they harvested it, they sometimes preserving, they sometimes add preservatives, some chemicals. So so these are creating again harmful for human health. So I am totally agree with you. Please intake your seasonal food, which is locally available, and fresh food without chemical. So it is fine. So, sir, we have listened from you almost 1 hour. So for last 2 or 3 minutes, if I would like to request you for recap your advice, your messages, your whatever you want to say to my audience about healthy diet. So what is your recap? What is your advice?
So to summarize our talk, we have discussed that the incidence of obesity and diabetes is progressively increasing all over the world, and it is causing increased morbidity and mortality, and it is very expensive affair. So prevention is the key. Okay. So till date, the concept about obesity is that obesity is because of excess eating and less exercise. But in the research, it is found that this theory is not true to the certain extent. And the new research says that obesity is because of hormonal imbalance, known as hormonal theory of obesity. And it is prone in a research that excess insulin insulin resistance and excess cortisol is responsible for obesity, diabetes, and metabolic syndrome. Why insulin is increasing and why is causing insulin resistance? Because of excess sugar, refined and processed carbohydrate consumption. It is increasing the level of insulin, and because of frequent eating, it is causing insulin resistance. And why cortisol is increasing? Because of chronic stress. Okay. The low fat diet, which various organizations still recommend for obesity, diabetes, heart disease, is a complete failure and was based on misinterpretation of data. More harm. In the fact, new research suggests saturated fat in a natural form is good for health. What is bad for our body is a trans fat and refined vegetable oil, which we consume and which is highly processed and inflammatory. There's a wide variation of food people consume all over the world. For example, the Eskimo consumes 80 to 90% of fat. The Maasai community consume 80 to 90% of protein, while the Okinawa consumes 80 to 90% of carbohydrates. Still, they are healthy. And the incidence of chronic diseases and cancers are very less in them. But when these people start eating so-called Western diet containing excess carbohydrate, sugar, salt, sugar-containing cold drinks, and packaged food, the incidence of chronic disease increases exponentially. So these chronic diseases are not because of excess fat or excess protein or excess carbohydrate, but because of refining and industrial processing of food and excess sugar and the vegetable oil. The food we should eat is whole, unprocessed cereal, pulses, beans, vegetable, fruits, roots, nuts, yogurts. We should eat from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. That is in an 8-hour window, so that pancreas and insulin get rest for 16 hours, so that the insulin sensitivity is maintained. One should eat 75% of our stomach capacity. We should do intermittent fasting to keep physically, mentally, and spiritually fit. And we should do light walking after eating. One should completely avoid packaged food, sugar-containing food, sugar-containing cold drinks, caffeinated cold drinks, junk food, refined carbohydrate, trans fat, high fructose corn syrup. One should avoid frequent snacking. Avoid animal food or poultry which is grown with the help of hormones and antibiotics, because it enters the food chains and causes various diseases. Prefer organic food as far as possible. Avoid vegetable and fruits which are grown with the help of fertilizers and insecticide, as these are carcinogenic. Prefer food grown on the organic farm. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Actually, we have listened very important things, because maintaining our health is the first priority. Whatever you do, whatever you earn, wherever you live, the first priority should be maintaining your health. So thank you very much. On behalf of myself, on behalf of Developing Bangladesh and my audience, I would like to offer our heartfelt thanks to you for creating awareness amongst us about healthy diet. And hopefully in future, we'll be talking again and listen to you, your advices for maintaining our healthy life. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much from bottom of my heart having me here and allowing me to share my certain insights as far as diet is concerned. Again, I would like to extend a greeting to all my brothers in the Bangladesh on the eve of Ramadan. Wish you a very happy Ramadan. And thank you so much for having me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.